10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. Caribjet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
I take the vaccine and I could feel a sense of freedom. I just have to continue the right COVID protocols and I'm ready for life. You telling me you're afraid of what they're putting into you? Some of all you have metal filling in all the mouth for over 30 years and nothing can change? Or you're still ugly? You worried about a vaccine that could save your life if you catch COVID? All that food with them chemicals and hormones all you eating every day. All you know what going in on your body? And you worried about a vaccine that could protect your children and your family? All you're joking, man. The amount of vaccine we take when we were children, and look at us today, 30, 40, 50 years later. And you telling me you don't want to take a vaccine to protect your friends, your community, and your country, and get life back to normal in this pandemic? Nah, man. All you're joking. Think about it, my fellow Grenadians, Carriacouans, and Petit Martiniquans. Really think about it.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
It's Wednesday, 23rd February 2022, and you're watching the MTV Evening News. Coming up tonight, a St. John family is tonight counting their losses after a boulder crashes into their home. Residents in the north are displeased with a judgment handed down this week in a St. George's court. CARICOM member states one step closer to the reduction of intra-CARICOM roaming charges. And in sports, Presentation Brothers College to host the first school sports since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have the details to these and more after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence with the details. Residents of Grand Roy St. John are counting their blessings after a loose boulder burst into their house early Wednesday morning. MTV News visited the area today and spoke to one of the residents in the community who pointed out that the situation could have been worse. She is grateful no one was hurt. Nikita Hostin has more.
At around 2 a.m. on Wednesday, a large boulder crashed into a wooden house in Grand Roy St. John, crashing into the bedroom. According to one resident, thankfully no one was at home at the time of the incident, and they are counting their blessings because the situation, they say, could have been worse. Shopkeeper Norma Chance McEwen, who lives next door to the house where the boulder came down, spoke to MTV News about the incident.
This morning, when I hear bang, so when I heard the bang, I say, Tamanda, you look at that stone come down. So I say, either you reach in the road, I must stay on the edge. So when I get up and watch, I didn't see, nothing. So this morning, when Tamanda wake up, before that, before I go back and lie down, I say, I hear two vehicles pass, I don't hear they stop. So I say, no. He ended in the road. And this morning, Tamanda wake up to go to work. She come and she tell mommy, a stone they come down and go in 5 cents house. So the same time, when I come out, I watch and I see the stone. So everybody come and they thinking it come out quite up on the hill up there. But the stone come up right just there.
McEwen says this is not the first time a boulder came down in the area.
The first time one came down and went down in the house opposite by me there, that is Winston. Yes, and break his septic tank. Yes.
McEwen says something should be done urgently about the large boulders on the other side of the road.
Yes, it's a concern. I mean, yes, they should take step and do something with the stones and them on top there. If it's like what they do in Kotomeli, they could kind of, put a... Yeah. Because it's very dangerous for vehicle, dangerous for sometimes a child coming out to school, you might stand up there, you never can tell what coming out on top and come down and do. So really good. Do something, time for the government, do something with that there.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Residents in Chantemelle are taking a stand against a judgment handed down by Magistrate Teddy St. Louis in a sexually related matter. According to residents of the community, the action to relocate an alleged sex offender to Chantemelle by the magistrate is unfair to the females in the community. Rachel Bain has more.
According to a release from the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, a St. Lucian citizen was charged with 4 counts of rape and 2 counts of indecent assault in Grenada and made his first court appearance before the St. George's Magistrates Court on Monday, 21st February. The 38-year-old landscaper Candias Mathurin was granted bail in the sum of 50,000 EC dollars with one surety, with the following conditions: surrender all travel documents and to relocate to Chantemelle St. Patrick. The accused resided in St. John before he was ordered to do so. Glendon Augustin, a resident of the area, says the people in the community are outraged at the magistrate's decision.
He has relocated to Chantemelle. We don't know which house he is in. We don't know how the authority come by to allow him to relocate to Chantemelle. So we are asking at present, Could the Minister of National Security or the Commissioner of Police explain to we the villagers of Shantimel why and how come we are the chosen village for such predator?
Augustine added that Shantimel is not a haven for criminals, and the message must be sent to people.
It's not going down too nice with everybody. Everybody is on ease. Nobody don't know which house he in. It's like he's Nicodemus. He comes by night, and we don't know. The another problem that we are faced with this gentleman is that he only have to report to the Union Police Station within 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. And there is only one Wednesday within the week. So within this time, he's in a strange land, in a strange place.
MTV spoke to other residents in the community. One young man who did not wish to appear on camera told our news team he has more questions than answers. Although Maturin's exact location in the village is unknown, he believes that females in the area are not safe with the alleged sexual predator living there.
All I need to know is, I just have a few questions about it. Why Shantimel, right? And he is not a native of Grenada, so why does he have to be relocated to a village in Grenada? Couldn't he have been deported, or even if there is some court proceedings that has to take place before he is being deported, couldn't he be placed in a holding cell or something like that?
Another villager who also declined to appear on camera says she wants him gone. They do not feel comfortable with him around.
No, he didn't have right to be in Shantimel. Yes, it is. Community is at threat. It's true. He didn't have to be up here. We didn't want him up here, but...
Candias Maturin will make his second court appearance to answer to the charges on 26 April 2022. For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
Wednesday saw the signing of the Declaration of St. George's towards the reduction of intra-CARICOM roaming charges to facilitate the CARICOM single ICT space and the CSME, an initiative that is expected to reduce the overall roaming cost in the region. Donella Hostin has more.
Digital connectivity is the key pillar on which Wednesday's signing to reduce the intra-CARICOM roaming charges stand. In July 2021, Grenada's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, met with a team of telecommunication providers to discuss the elimination of roaming charges. This idea was fully supported by Barbados's Prime Minister, Mia Mottley, who stated the importance of data and information.
Data and information really have become the new oil. And it drives the new economy. We are resolved that we cannot build a modern Caribbean economy. We cannot forge a single market and economic space. We cannot develop a pan-Caribbean market in digital services across education, culture, business, trade, and finance if there are serious gulfs between our nations.
Speaking at the signing ceremony was Minister Melford Nicholas, President of the Caribbean Telecommunications Union, CTU, who shared their contribution over the years. He also spoke about having a seamless network.
Seamless intra-Caribbean, intra-CARICOM roaming has always been identified as a flagship feature of the single ICT space. The guiding principles of the CTU are grounded in integrity, multi-stakeholder engagement, and a belief in the value of collaboration and partnership. These principles have governed the CTU's efforts to achieve the goals of the single ICT space.
Also making presentations and affirming their commitment were both Cable and Wireless and Digicel.
Cable and Wireless, the operators of Flow Business, and CNW Business, is proud to make a concrete step towards answering the call of CARICOM and its citizens to reduce mobile roaming charges in our region.
Today represents a significant initial milestone again on the roadway towards achieving a single ICT Caribbean space that is so vitally important, not just for the social aspects of the economy and peoples of the Caribbean, but for their economic development as well.
Prime Minister Mitchell, who is CARICOM's lead on science and technology, said they are hoping to achieve the total elimination of roaming charges throughout the entire CARICOM family.
On behalf of my colleague heads of government of the community and the people of the Caribbean community, I thank them for that commitment to significantly reduce roaming charges in the region. But I stress again, there is much more to be done as we move to seek to deliver on our original objectives.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Houston.
Pollster Peter Wickham believes that Grenada is getting ready for election mode, with the National Democratic Congress rolling out some of its candidates and the new National Party preparing for its convention this weekend. However, both parties have a major challenge ahead of them. Rachel Bain has more.
With the rollout of the new candidates, Wickham believes that the National Democratic Congress is sending a signal that it is refreshed, revised, and ready, while the new National Party appears to be responding delicately. The youthfulness of the NDC, according to Wickham, is creating excitement among Grenadians.
The youthful leadership and his youthful perspective in terms of the new candidates is creating some level of excitement nationally. The challenge with the NDC is that we don't know whether the excitement is related to the fact that the NDC is finally beginning to do something, or the excitement is related to the fact that the NDC has candidates that are actually exciting people. And I think that unless we are actually doing some kind of a scientific investigation, it's difficult to know which. And a party that has done as badly as the NDC for the last 2-3 terms, one would assume that any level of interest would be generated, a significant level of interest would be generated, even if it is that they're changing candidates and they're bringing new people in.
There is a challenge with the youthfulness of the party, the pollster believes.
Time will tell whether these new candidates will excite people. However, there is a danger, like in all things. Youthful exuberance is always good, and people will often invest in a youthful team. Certainly, the revolutionary government that Grenada had in the 70s under Morris Bishop was a very youthful administration, and there's no question that that was part of the excitement that it brought. At the same time, however, when Grenada is experiencing the kind of challenges it's experiencing with COVID, etc., there is always a feeling that experience has considerably greater weight. And I think this is what the NDC will be selling.
The NMP, Wickham says, has a challenge ahead of them.
It's difficult for a government to be in power as long as the NMP is in and not lose supporters, either through death, which is a natural occurrence, or through attrition, which is basically that people just get fed up and decide, they're going to look for someone else to support. So one would argue that the NNP is right now for losing supporters because it has gained significant support over time. And I think the last election, the swing away from it was relatively marginal, suggesting that it didn't lose any significant number of supporters. But my sense is that it certainly wouldn't surprise anyone if they lost supporters. The question is, would they lose enough supporters to lose seats?
Will the dealing of the COVID-19 situation for the past 2 years affect the NNP at the polls? Wickham shares his sentiments.
There's no question in my mind that in all of the Caribbean countries, people have judged the government on its ability to have handled COVID. But I think that in the back of people's minds, there's also an analysis that says that while we were not 100% happy with how these things were being done, we appreciate that globally and regionally, there's been a similar approach in all instances. Regardless, however, Grenada was able to get to a stage where you had a relatively higher vaccine uptake than a place like St. Vincent and the Grenadines that actually imposed mandates. And I thought that that was a significant achievement.
For MTV News, Rachel Bean.
The General Hospital is slowly returning to its normal operations. However, they are still facing some issues due to them being short-staffed. According to Dr. Taisha Donald, as a result of this, they had to revisit some of their operations to accommodate priority cases.
We have since had issues again with staff becoming ill, and we have had to make adjustments again to putting our elective cases on hold. So presently we're now in the process of evaluating whether or not, how long we're going to put our elective cases on hold. Right now, we'll continue to do all the urgent and emergency cases. So when we speak about the urgent cases, we speak of cases, for example, tumors, any type of cancer, or anything that would jeopardize a person's well-being.
She explained that they do have a backlog of surgery cases that they have been trying to catch up on, but it will take a while to get through them. That's it for the first segment. More news when we come back.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
On Sunday, February 27th, Megaforce Promotions presents the 36th edition of Waggy Team Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy Virtual Bingo and win!
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. With the Minister of Culture announcing the return of Carnival 2022 after 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This year's festivities will be held on August 8th and 9th. Here are some reactions from people on the return of Spice Mass 2022.
Grenada is gearing up to host Spice Mass 2022 for the first time in 2 years. Minister of Culture and Sports Yolande Bain Horsford announced on Tuesday that Carnival will be staged on August 8th and 9th and will take a blended approach including virtual audiences. MTV spoke to some people in St. John about the news. Some told our news crew they have been playing Carnival despite the pandemic.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling much excited and happy that we have an official carnival because I think carnival is a form where most people get revenue. Persons look out for a carnival in the sense of income. So person go get a little band thing, even artists. Because if you look before, a lot of artists was on the down low. Those who can make it to travel, they was on the down low. But now you can see the artists happy and they kind of gear up. So it will be a more fluctuation in the revenue in Grenada for carnival.
It's not new because for the last 2 years I had my carnival. So it's nothing new.
How I feel about carnival? Well, I feel this year I find they should have carnival, you know, because then if corona gone, everything nice in the place to check. Yeah.
We always have carnival? We always have carnival in Guelph. So we don't know about this thing about lockdown and who having we always have carnival in Guelph. We're the Republic of Guelph.
Minister Yolande Bain Horsford also urged people to get vaccinated before Carnival 2022.
And at this point in time, I want to urge persons to get vaccinated. I believe we have enough time to get vaccinated. Carnival is in August. We just announced that, and we are in February, the end of February, so we have all these other months to get ourselves, or at least 2 months ahead, to get ourselves vaccinated.
When the residents were asked if they will consider getting vaccinated, this was their response.
Well, for me, I don't want no vaccine. I don't take no vaccine, you check, because then I start stuff here and you check. Yes, last year, so then I don't believe in them thing there. You check, so then, you know, just African carnival, man. I know Corona lady will go.
I think the vaccination thing should be on a low for now. The only thing I should have a problem with if you had a vaccination to go in church, if you get vaccination to go in church, then it should be a problem to me. But going to show with unvaccinated, I think it should be a no-no. It should be a no-no because you have persons going to shows and they unvaccinated and they stay in the same house with their wife or their children and so.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Patrons are preparing for Kayak Mass 2022 after 2 years of not having it. And this year, the ever-popular Jab Jabs will be traveling to the Sister Isle for the event. MTV spoke to Stephen Jacobs, commonly known as Slum, who will be going up with this weekend with hundreds of Jab followers. He says that this is something they have been patiently waiting for, and they are happy to have that opportunity after 2 years. Here is Donella Hostin with that story.
After 2 years without Carnival, Kayak Mass 2022 will be the first massive event for the year. This weekend, patrons from mainland Grenada are expected to journey up to the sister island. Even though many of the COVID restrictions have been lifted, some still remain. And Stephen Jacob, popularly known as Slum, head of the Real Jab Jab, says he and his team are fully aware of the COVID protocols that will be in place. And they are encouraging everyone to follow the guidelines set by the authorities.
I feel great, you know.
I believe that the authority made a good decision. I know they take everything into consideration, and I believe it's a good move. You're going to benefit a lot of people. This is a different time for us. We will still follow some of the COVID protocol, like we'll make sure people sanitize, they have their masks.
Jacob says they are happy to have Mass back again and they are hoping for a good turnout as they head up to Carriacou on Saturday morning aboard the Dolly C. He explained the rules on board.
Once you're in certain areas, like if you're downstairs, you will have to have on your mask because downstairs is an AC area. So you'll have to wear your mask downstairs. So if you're on the second floor and the up floor, you're free. You can take off your mask if you want, but it's up to you if you want to wear it or don't wear it. But downstairs, we would like for everybody to wear the mask in the AC downstairs. So we'll try to keep that in place. One other thing is the sanitizing. We believe that should remain. That shouldn't come out because it's something that's good for people. Yeah, there will be no oil on the boat. The boat is just the transport to take us to Carriacou. You have 3 different levels. You could fit if you want on the second floor. You have the up floor to relax, the bottom floor to relax. So there will be no oil. It's just for the people transportation for the people to go and support the people in Carriacou.
When probed about his preparations for the upcoming Mass, Jacob said this was something he has always been doing.
Well, for me, I never stopped do job. I never stopped, so I just had to put things in place for Carriacou. So apart from finances, it's easy, The mill already signed up. I started grinding the coals. I was making helmet all along, so everything there is just ready to go.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
One local pastor says the church is breathing a sigh of relief and the announcement of the lifting of the COVID-19 restrictions, which will boost the church membership and attendance and see a gradual return to some of the traditional aspects that are practiced before the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Troy Gill has more.
During the pandemic, churches were unable to host their services according to tradition due to the COVID-19 restrictions. However, with the announcement of the easement of restrictions, including physical distancing, churches can now opt to return to a semblance of how things were before. Pastor of the Springs Evangelical Church and moderator of the Evangelical Churches of the West Indies, Pastor Gerard Keynes Douglas, in a telephone interview with MTV News, said this decision will be well received by the church community.
Church is breathing a sigh of relief. I think it's going to see the increase in church numbers once more. Churches are going to get back with a greater freedom to doing church the way we used to do it. So there's going to be a reinstatement of religious practices that were the norm rather than the new normal practices that we were recently adjusting to. So these easement and removal of the restrictions, I really think is going to have a positive impact on church attendance, on church finances, church ministries, and even just the social and psychological aspects of fellowship.
MTV News also spoke with former president of the Alliance of Evangelical Churches and vice president of the Regional Alliance, Pastor Devon Rache, who highlighted some of the challenges individuals faced during the pandemic and ensuing restrictions.
There are some persons whose livelihood has been affected for 2+ years, and those persons have been on the breadline. They have families to take care of, and so I think the lifting of some of the regulations and some of the restrictions as it pertains to COVID-19 is a welcome sight. Certainly, we cannot continue to stay locked in forever, and we have learned over time how to respond and how to deal with the pandemic.
He said many churches were unable to host their full contingent of members due to the physical distancing protocol and their infrastructure. Hence, it is a welcomed move by the authorities.
Now, as it pertains to the church, certainly we have all the view that whatever procedures will hold for any sector must hold for all sectors. So as such, we believe that, those restrictions that have affected the church, if those are lifted publicly, we expect that the same will be extended for the church. And that is what we anticipate will happen.
Since the start of the pandemic, many traditional aspects of church were halted, including the laying of hands, communion, and feet washing due to the COVID-19 protocols. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
That's the second segment of news. We'll be back after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6.
Even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more, win more.
Have more fun. With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one. With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do three things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Say hello to Grenada's hidden gem, Mandela Court, a Grenadian-owned luxury boutique hotel tucked away in Lansipine. Our fully equipped suites are now complemented by an international standard restaurant and conference room. So whether you're having a formal business event, quaint garden wedding, or just a relaxed dinner for two, you can count on Mandela Court for that luxurious experience. Call today to book your viewing or reservation. We look forward to welcoming you.
On Sunday, February 27th, Mega Force Promotions present the 36th edition of Waggy Team Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10 US. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo and win!
Health-wise, and MTV News comes to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
For this week's edition of Healthwise, we are speaking with President of the Pink Ribbon Society, Ralda Chetram, on the funding they received along with the Grenada Cancer Society in the amount of $16,400 from CIBC First Caribbean and members of the corporate community. The proceeds of last year's Walk for the Cure 10th anniversary fundraising activities as they continue to raise awareness and assist individuals who have been diagnosed with breast cancer.
The money are going to be used to help people with those people who are referred from oncology wards. So basically we take referrals from oncology, the nurse and the doctors at oncology, and we help people to get their mammograms done, their ultrasounds, their CT scans, their blood work, their chemo. We also provide refreshments twice per week at the hospital for the people who goes in to do the treatments, and we help with traveling expenses, a little of traveling expenses. Like you might have a patient from Carriacou that needs to come down to have the chemo done and can't afford that, so we will help with that. Or maybe to do a further treatment overseas that cannot be done here. We basically help out in whatever way that we can to help the person. If for instance, if the person has to do radiation and they cannot have it done here because radiation is not done in Grenada, so we basically help them to get to get help to get it done overseas. It is important to raise awareness in terms of breast cancer because it gives people the assurance that you don't have to be afraid, or you don't get a stigma in detecting that you have cancer. And early detection is best because at an early stage, once you detect the cancer at an early stage, you have your mammograms, you have your ultrasounds and so on, and you detect the cancer at an early stage, it gives you a longer lifespan with the disease than rather when you detect it in a later stage. Because at that early stage, you can do your surgery or do your treatments and get over it as quickly as possible. But when it's far gone and so forth, then it's harder for you to control it. So it is always good so that this is why we urge people to try to have their screenings and so done early, and at least a yearly checkup with the breast cancer. Try to have it done early so that you can detect your cancer at an early stage. We therefore urge people to have their screenings, have their cancer checks regularly, at least once a year, and so that early detection saves lives. So we urge you to do it every year. So you do your checkup, your mammograms, you do your pap smears, whatever form of thing. Once you know that you go to your doctor, do your yearly checkup and get cancer out of the way.
News from across the region is next.
Healthwise at MTV News came to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Time now for this evening's regional roundup with Clifton James.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. In Jamaica, residents of Tavern in St. Andrew stated protest following what they say is mistreatment at the hands of JTF soldiers in the community. More in this TVJ report.
Of the roadway leading to the Tavern Community Center were blocked by debris and objects were set ablaze by residents. The rage stems from what they say have been the constant harassment from JDF soldiers stationed in the area. They complain that things took an ugly turn Sunday night at a fundraising event. Although acknowledging that the gathering should not have been held, they insist the soldiers didn't seem to mind at first.
11 o'clock don't come as yet. You hear me? 11 o'clock don't come as yet. Them come at the party, we buy them 2 bottles of rum, and them they a drink with we. Drink with we and a flask with we. And then them come over, and after them run come out there, kick over the table them, lick up people, fire gunshot over our head, and I tell you how much things them are gonna do it.
The soldier them come inside of the party, you know what I mean? Without no hesitation, fire shot inside of the crowd of the party, a group of people, elderly people, young people was there. It wasn't curfew time at the time. You know what I mean? Fire shot inside of the crowd at the party. Kick over the whole liquor them in the party without no hesitation.
Residents have expressed frustration over what they say is brutality from soldiers in the community. They say they will continue to block the roadways until their plight is addressed.
The residents want proper representation, and we're not getting that. We need better roads. We need access to internet, water, and so much other things here. We need jobs. We need job creation. The children in need of a homework center. All we can get from the community center is a soldier camp being placed there. That's ridiculous.
Firefighters had to be called to prevent further damage. Meanwhile, the people also expressed concern about the use of the community center by the soldiers.
Free Wi-Fi is here for the kids them here, and at the end of the day, the kids them cannot come over here as a community center in them community. We come do look work, and not everybody are working in the community, not everybody have it, baby. So at the end of the day, if the kids them can come over here and do them look online work and them something there, them are going to be interrupted by the same soldier them where come from, the same ghetto, know the fight and know the struggle.
Kodian Barrett, TVJ News.
Over in Guyana, after 2 weeks and a barrage of criticism, Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Vendya Prasad, has finally found her voice and has pronounced on the vile dildo comment made by her colleague, Minister Nigel Dharamlal, to a female parliamentarian. More in this HGP TV report.
I believe people like the Human Rights Association, they need to look at it holistically. And while you might point out someone justifiably or not, and I'm not saying that the statement made was acceptable. In fact, the MP got up and apologized. And in Parliament, we can all have our say, but ultimately the Speaker of Parliament determines what must and should be done. That is in accordance with the standing orders.
Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Vendya Prasad, during an exclusive interview with Nightly News on Tuesday, responding to a call made by the Ghana Human Rights Association a week ago for the minister to find her voice in the matter regarding the notorious and vile dildo comment made by Local Government and Regional Development Minister Nigel Dharamlal to a female parliamentarian during the consideration of the budget estimates 2 weeks ago. In a scathing release, the human rights body had advised the Human Services Minister that focusing its spotlight program on advocacy matters such as the comment would do more to reassure women that a multiplicity of non-governmental type projects which ruffle no feathers. Describing Dharamlal's comment, said the incident should be seen as a watershed moment rather than treated as the routine rough and tumble of Parliament. The association noted that the minister's comments speaks volumes about the status of women in Guyana, since other members of Parliament have not yet called for the minister to be seriously disciplined or dismissed from Parliament. The body said while Dharamlal should be made accountable, the shame should be shared by those tolerating such behavior under the guise of parliamentary rough and tumble. When pressed by this newscast for a response to the GHRA's claims, Minister Prasad had this to say.
I believe it is incumbent on all of us as parliamentarians to conduct ourselves with a level of decorum, all of us. And while people are being singled out, I myself will say that I find any kind of disrespect, misbehavior unacceptable.
Highlighting the need for all parliamentarians to conduct themselves with decorum, the minister claims that she too has been a victim.
We should look at everyone in Parliament because sometimes things are caught on camera and other things are not caught on camera. And I myself would have been the target of some very vile statements too, emanating from the opposition benches.
Further afield, shocked by Russian President Vladimir Putin's order to deploy troops to separatist regions of eastern Ukraine, world leaders moved quickly Tuesday to impose as forceful a response as possible in hopes of averting a full-blown war in Europe. Germany made the first move, taking steps to halt the process of certifying the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline from Russia, a massive, lucrative deal long sought by Moscow but criticized by the United States for increasing Europe's reliance on Russian energy supplies. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
This is the MTV Evening News. We'll be back after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Ariza. Ariza is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much more from 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Spring water is a water for every occasion on the field of sports, at your workplace. Just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Coming up in sports, the Presentation Brothers College to host the first school sports since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 30 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's, the number one for travel.
Rachel Bain has this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. After 2 years of no sporting activities, the Presentation Brothers College will be the first to have their athletic sports meet for the year. The event will take place at the National Stadium tomorrow, Thursday. The chairperson of the PBC's 75th Anniversary Celebration Committee is Adrian Francis.
All past students and other persons who want to see, we have some promising athletes and we're doing some times, some interesting timing. So if you want to see athletics at its best, please come to the National Stadium tomorrow to witness that sports meeting.
Preston McSween and Sherman Lewis got selected to be part of the President 11 team to take part in England. Also making up the squad is talented left-handed Windward Island Volcanoes batsman Alec Athazani. The first Apex test will be played at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium from March 8th to the 12th, following the warm-up match at the Coolidge Cricket Ground from March 1st to the 4th. The West Indies squad will assemble in Antigua from February 25th for a training camp ahead of the Apex Test Series. Shane Dorridge, the experienced wicketkeeper/batsman, has been named as captain of the CWI President's 11 with Raymond Reefer, the left-handed all-rounder, as vice-captain. With the West Indies women's 15-member squad selected for the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup in New Zealand, head coach Courtney Walsh believes they have the best combination possible to compete in the pinnacle of women's cricket. We wanted the complete package about batting, bowling, and fielding. The 18 players that we have here are what we as the selectors thought were the best balanced 18 we could have taken. We have an adequate backup should there be any injuries, he said. And finally in sports, Haiti showed off their flair by scoring with an 11-0 victory over St. Vincent and the Grenadines, while Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago also registered wins with the 2022 CONCACAF Women's Qualifier continued on Sunday. Haiti remained unbeaten in Group E after the victory in Cuba. Roselot Borgella poured in 4 goals in the 20th, the 51st, 76th, and 90th minute, while Milan Pair added a brace, 44th, 65th, and was joined by Shirley Judy, 22nd, Keithna Louise, 34th, Maudlin Morrill, 61st, Chelsea Supris, 80th, and Rosalind Edossaint, 81st, on the score sheet. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the top stories after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Wednesday evening views, once again with the nighttime weather forecaster, meteorologist Dwayne Williams. That area of cloudiness that was affecting Trinidad did bring some cooling here today. We saw a bit more clouds, a slight haze, and lighter winds throughout the daytime. That did help to keep afternoon temperatures down. Conditions would continue like that throughout the night and into tomorrow, but we shouldn't be seeing any significant showers. A slight haze is still present, but it is that area of clouds that we are looking at that will bring us, as I said, some more cooling to the area on Thursday. The clouds are dissipating a bit as they do so. Upper level winds are very strong and keeping them at bay, but we would be seeing some more of those patches. Tonight it would ease a bit. Into tomorrow, 1 or 2 more of those clouds. The forecast for Wednesday night, variable cloudy at first, but improving towards morning. Northeasterly winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour with a minimum temperature of 24. The moon will rise after midnight at 12:40 and set tomorrow afternoon at 12:23. Just some lingering clouds on Thursday, but lots of sunshine to enjoy. Slight haze also. Winds are a bit lighter, but still would be brisk throughout the day. They would come in from the northeast between 10 and 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate, 4 to 6 foot waves continuing open water. Sunrise 6:24, sunset 6:15. Still a moderate day. 33 will feel a wee bit warmer, like 36. Some more showers are likely in Port of Spain. Sunshine continues in Kingston. Hazy sunshine, that is. Variable cloudy conditions in Kingston with 1 or 2 light showers there in the morning. Partly cloudy in Miami. Cloudy in New York. It's getting a little cool there again. A high of 3 and light rain for London. There is a slight, still is some chance of an increase in cloudiness and possible few scattered showers on Saturday and Sunday. Partly cloudy with the haze before that. The haze should ease by weekend. Variable cloudy conditions on Monday, becoming fair from Tuesday onwards. That's it for me for Wednesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me on Thursday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Before we end, a reminder to join Austin Crosby Thursday for another interactive and informative edition of Rise and Shine. Now to recap the headlines. A St. John family is tonight counting their losses as a boulder crashed into their home. Residents in the north displeased with St. George's Court. CARICOM member states one step closer to the reduction of intra-CARICOM rowing charges. And in sports, Presentation Brothers College to host the first school sports since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence, thanking you for watching.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair accounting manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, your tickets are ready. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First up for this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 6, second number is 7, third and final number. Final number is also 7. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. First number is 6, the second 7, third and final is 7. So that's 6, 7, and 7. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair accounting manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, show tickets at hand. It's Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First up for this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 7, second number is 5, third number up, third number is 7, fourth and final number is 4. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 7, the second 5, third 7, fourth and final is 4. So that's 7, 5, 7, and 4. Congratulations, all owners. Stay tuned, get your play rate drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway Evening Draw for today, Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair accounting manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams, so in your way. Good luck. This evening's winning Playway number is check your tickets. This evening's winning Playway number is 14. Let's recap the number 1414. 14 represents dream symbol old woman. Congratulations, all the winners for this evening's Playway draw. Tune in later on for the Lotto draw. This evening, playing for a jackpot of $96,000. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
A pleasant evening to everyone. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3328 for today, Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time we should have tickets at hand because we're about to play for a jackpot of $96,000. But first, your free ticket letter. Good luck. This evening's free ticket letter is I as in ink. Let's proceed for your 5 written numbers. Good luck. First up for this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number up is 12, second number. Second number is 24, third number up. Third number is 27, followed by. Check your tickets. 8, fifth and final number. Final number is 13. Let's recap those numbers. Check your tickets. Numbers on the screen. First number up is 12, the second 24, third 27, followed by 8, fifth and final is 13. So that's 1, 2, 12, 2, 4, 24, 2, 7, 27, 0, 8, 8, and 1, 3, 13. Your free ticket letter for this evening is I as in ink. Congratulations to all the winners for this evening's Lotto Draw. Lotto, play and win a lot. When you play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, support sports, culture, and the nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Glenda Catherine Samuel Church of Loretto Grove, St. John, an employee of the Supreme Court Registry, died on Tuesday, 1st February 2022 at the age of 53. She was the daughter of Florence Samuel and Moslin Williams, wife of Andre Church, mother of Naukecia Samuel, Amicia Church and Akira Church, grandmother of Emaya Johnson, sister of Lyndon and Ron Samuel in the USA and Kevin Samuel in Grenada, sister-in-law of Jenilyn and Tamisha Samuel, Michael Church and Sarah Edwards, mother-in-law of Roger Johnson, aunt of Karuna Sahid and Gabriel Samuel in the USA, Miles and Shayona in Grenada, niece of Marina Samuel, Faith McPhee and Boston Williams in the USA, Anne Samuel, Royston, Jenilyn and Valerie, cousin of many including Wendy and Kieran Samuel, Glenn Mapp, Rashida Williams, and Maria and Misha McPhee in the USA. Close friend of Tiffany and Selu, employees of the Supreme Court Registry. Other relatives and friends including the Samuel family of Wove, Dr. Livingston Joseph of Amiki Medical Services, the Williams family, Patrice John and family, Juliana and family, Felica Edwards and Valda Roberts in the USA, and friends and neighbors of Loretto, Grove, Grove Estate and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Glenda Catherine Samuel Church of Loretto Grove, St. John will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Annie Joyce Duncan, née Shares of Old Wester Hall, St. David, passed away on Tuesday, 8th February 2022 at the age of 88. She was the mother of Cecil, Stephanie, Glenda, Yoland, Carol and Hensley, grandmother of Devon, Devonay, Danny, Matthew, Andrew, Nathan, Samantha, Heather, Malcolm, Joshua, Sarah, Gary, Alex, Andrea, Jenny and Darren, great-grandmother of Aaliyah, Olivia, Gabriel and Alexander, many nieces and nephews including Adrian Alexander, William Shares and Greta Shares Wright, mother-in-law of Terence Wright, Lawrence George, Joseph Morman, Kenrick Patris, David Belashthi, Vernette and June Duncan, caregivers Angelus Regis and Stacey Ann Harris, many other relatives and friends including Jasmine Redhead, Brian Hurst and family, Richard Duncan and family, Ura St. Bernard, Clifford Campbell and family, Annie Bain and family, Joan Griffith and family, the Emmanuel family, Nola Ned and family, Dunbar de la Motte and family, the Snack family, Don Lee Radix and family, Stephen and Veronica Abraham and family, Jim Sen and family, Alma Macedo, the Duncan, Shares, Connaught, Patrice, Gittins, Jelino, Salem, and Backer families, and the community of Old Wester Hall. The funeral of the late Annie Joyce Duncan of Old Wester Hall, St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Rupert Anthony Stafford, also known as Spiceman and Rum, of Bel Air, Carriacou, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, USA, passed away on Saturday, 22nd January 2022 at the age of 69. He was the son of Eileen Stafford, husband of Alberta Stafford, father of Winston in Canada, Dorman, Donna, Jason, Keisha, Tricia, and Addie Stafford in America, grandfather of 13, including Verniel and Kamaya in New York and Canada, brother of Lou in Grenada, Edward John, also known as Johnny, Mary and Jemriel in America, Francis, also known as Mama, James, also known as Skylark, Neil, also known as Kipper, and Verdon, also known as Clipper Stafford, all in Carriacou, brother-in-law of Glenda, Gracelyn, Wilma, Moriella, Lucita, Israel, Emile, Emmanuel, Kathleen, Fantasia, and Wendy, uncle of many including Superintendent Solomon Stafford, Samantha, Alberta, Sherilyn, and Stanislaus. Many other relatives and friends including the Stafford families in Carriacou, the USA, Trinidad, Grenada and Canada, Cato Pear, the Baptiste, Jerome, Aki and Alexander families, Robert Lance, Peter, Ras, Luke, Norris, Sonia, Antonia, Jones, Bernard, Theo, Tallboy, Labrie and Niles, the staff of Value Furniture Store, Pitkin, New York, and friends and neighbors of Bel Air in New York and Grenada, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Rupert Anthony Stafford, also known as Spiceman and Rum, of Bel Air Carriacou, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, USA, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Gordon Bishop of Malmount St. David, who resided in London and Grenada, passed away on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 63. He was the husband of Marion, father of Emma and Katie, brother of John, Margaret, Jean and Val in the UK, Alan in the USA, Maureen in Antigua, and Donette in Trinidad. Uncle of many including Jonathan, Marvin, Belana, Dawson and Tricia. Brother-in-law of Beatrice and Renette. Several relatives and friends including teacher Gloria Thomas and family, Derek and family, Merle and family, Bird Cherry and family, Karen Bailey and family, Francis Bain and family, George, Arnold, Dr. Keyshawn, Adrian Whiteman, Ben Thomas, Alice Filbert, and Telesford, the Bishop, Sharp, Williams, Cuffey, Murray, Bain, Macmillan, Copeland, Regis, and Peters families, and neighbors and friends of Malmount and River Johnson. The funeral service and interment of the late Gordon Bishop of Malmount St. David, who resided in London and Grenada, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Pastor Carlson Seaton Anthony Lee, former employee of the Grenadian Barracks Resort and Starfish Hotel of Douglaston, St. John, passed away on Wednesday, 16th February, at the age of 63. He was the husband of Irva Caitlin Lee, father of Carl Lee, Carlin Lee Charles, Kristen and Christy Lee, grandfather of Maya Cador, Shatonia and Nathan Lee, and Cara Charles, brother of Thaddeus Lee in Grenada, Lucy Pearl Thomas in the UK, Kristen Francis and Ingrid Ramsey in Canada, Cynthia Antoine in Grenada, Jean Lee in the USA, several brothers and sisters-in-law, son-in-law of Renrick Elias, father-in-law of Kevin Charles and Tira Lee, nephew of Ray, close friend of Pastor Arnold Bartholomew, many nieces, nephews, other relatives and friends including members of Elim and Bethel Pentecostal Church, pastors and members of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies, Grenada District 3, the Antoine family of Montgranby, the Lee family of Douglaston, Guave Estate and Guave, former employees of the Grenadian Barracks Resort and Starfish Hotel, the Dinner and Stanislaus family, friends and neighbors of Douglaston and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Pastor Carlson Seaton Anthony Lee of Douglaston, St. John, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, passed away on Thursday, 27th January 2022, at the age of 63. He was the husband of Denise, father of Kenson, Kenesha, and Curlies, grandfather of Brianna, Morris, Kyle, and Leah, brother of Una Donald, Leon and Carl Bishop, Yvette Hercules, all in the USA, Charles Lee and Violet Bishop, and Esther Louison in Grenada. Many nieces and nephews including Eddie, Colin, Leona, Noxel, Cherise, Zania, Jared, Shari, Jamor, Joselle, Sheldon, and Shelley, brother-in-law of Germaine, Joan, Muriel, Alden, and Chevy, Jules, Justin, Hayden, Robbie, Alan, Tenny, and Roger, father-in-law of Harryland. Other relatives and close friends including Elliot Bishop, the Crony family including Auntie Marge, Sally Ann, Debbie and Jacqueline, Kathy Bishop, Alemu McSween, Eunice Batiste, Loxley and Michelle Batiste, Jimmy and Jocelyn Latouche, Bill and Patsy Marichaux, Lincoln Duncan, Brian Latouche, Kenneth, Kerwin, Brent, Cecil Park, Wilby, Roger, Happy and the Boys, Andy Phillip, Antoinette, St. Paul's Sports and Cultural Organization, members of NADMA, the staff of the Ministry of Agriculture and the Government Information Service, former Radio Grenada and Radio Free Grenada staff, Pepe and Joycelyn, Alison, Peggy, and friends and neighbors of the Bocas, Cobo Town and St. Paul's. The funeral of the late Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Edward Williams, also known as App and Quash, of St. Paul's St. George, passed away on Sunday 13th February 2022 at the age of 82. He was the husband of Mavis Williams in the USA, father of Nassie Rennick, grandfather of Caroline Brown Rennick in the USA, and Kadeem Rennick, close friend of Ian Harford, also known as Jiggerman, Jenny Harford, and Michael Alexander. Many other relatives and friends, including Celia Francis in the USA, Michelle Francis, Sherlyn Murray and family, Olga St. Bernard and family, Maureen James and family in the USA, Una Sylvester and family, Kalila and Wendell Rennick in the USA, Finbar Rennick in Trinidad, Dean Bones, Father Edward Roland Mark, and congregation of the St. Paul's Anglican Church, the staff and residents of the Richmond Hill Home, and friends and neighbors of St. Paul's and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Edward Williams, also known as App and Quash, of St. Paul's St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Lyndon Michael Marcus Decoto of Middle River Grove St. John passed away on Thursday 20th January 2022 at the age of 55. He was the father of Joel Redhead in the USA, Jonelle and Janelle Redhead in Canada, and Marshall and Daniel in Grenada. Grandfather of Johanna, Jonelle Jr., and Journey Redhead in Canada. Brother of Juliet and Shirley Auguste in the USA, Leon Decoto and Ernest Cumberbatch in Grenada, and Byron Cumberbatch in Trinidad. Nephew of Cicely in Trinidad, Lloyd Cumberbatch, Norma Glean, and Cess. Uncle of many including Kenneth, Leslie Ann, Alan, Alanda, Serene, Alban, Michael, Khalifa, Alwyn, Albert, Mickey, Alex, Judson, Michelle, and Sheon. Close friend of Marcia. Many other relatives and close friends including Gloria Herrick, Damien, Samo, the boys in Loretto and the Bridge, Miss Finn, Louise Dabrio, the Cumberbatch and Decoto families, members of the St. John's football team, and friends and neighbors of Grove. The funeral of the late Lyndon Michael Marcus Decoto of Middle River Grove St. John will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Jude McQueen, also known as Drix, of La Fortune St. Patrick and London, England, passed away on Tuesday 1st February 2022 at the age of 85. He was the husband of Joan, father of Janice and Glynis in England, stepfather of Don and Desmond in England and Selma in Grenada, brother of John McQueen, also known as Pallet, and Barbara Mann in Carriacou, grandfather of Stuart, Andre, Stephen, Camilla, Adrian, Simeon, Shakira, Eula, Charlene, Novelette, Rochelle, Darius, Rio, and Ria. Great-grandfather of Kiefer, Takara, Sherelle, Sheon, Amari, Rayleigh, Azel, Rion, Melody, Kamal, and Cameron. Step-grandfather of Charisse, Jordan, Nathan, Kieran, Dion, and Derek. Step-great-grandfather of Fall. Father-in-law of Dennis, Valentine, Joyce, Audrey, Esther, and Alistair. Brother-in-law of David, Kevin and Gabriel Andrews, Winifred and Ira in England, and Kate and the Andrews family. Other relatives and friends including Mr. and Mrs. Errol Sutherland, Kellen, Marlene, Joyce Monroe, Jean Alexander, Veronica Sylvan, Lucianne, Merlin Scott, Jean Lane, Clarice Matthew, Indira Pariag, Bernadette, Dennis Henry, Rose, Solomon, Andrea Cornwall and family, Mrs. Belforn, the Fullerton family, and friends and neighbours of Sauters, Madays, La Fortune St. Patrick, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Anthony Jude McQueen, also known as Drix, of La Fortune St. Patrick and London, England, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Carmen Arnold of St. Paul's, who resided at Mountgay St. George, passed away on Tuesday, 22nd February 2022. The funeral arrangements for the late Carmen Arnold of St. Paul's, who resided at Mountgay St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Judith Hilda Phillip, also known as Auntie Hilda of Shantimel St. Patrick, passed away on Sunday, 28th February at the age of 89. The funeral of the late Judith Hilda Phillip of Shantimel St. Patrick will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Cynthia Mitchell, also known as Miss Eslin or Cousin Eslin, of Beaulieu, behind the school St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 88. The funeral arrangements for the late Cynthia Mitchell, also known as Miss Eslin or Cousin Eslin of Beaulieu, behind the school St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish, of Mamacan St. Andrew, died on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish, of Mamacan St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Monica Tellisford of Old Westerhall St. David passed away on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Tellisford of Old Westerhall St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Dennis Thomas, also known as Tomo, of Blackbay St. John, passed away on Monday, 14th February 2022, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements for the late Dennis Thomas, also known as Tomo, of Blackbay St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Nelsia Vincent of Richmond, Granborough, and Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, 14th February, at the age of 87. The funeral of the late Nelsia Vincent of Richmond, Granborough, and Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Ursula Antoine Nee Sandy of Happy Hill St. George, member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, former principal of the St. George's Anglican Senior School, also known as Heinzie, and pastor emerita of the St. George's Bible Holiness Church. She transitioned to glory on Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, at the age of 75. The funeral arrangements of the late Ursula Antoine MBE of Happy Hill St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Thomas Newton, also known as Lack of Lasager St. David, passed away on Monday, 14th February, at the age of 79. The funeral of the late Thomas Newton, also known as Lack of Lasager St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Delbert Bowler of Duquesne St. Mark passed away on Friday, 4th February 2022 at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Delbert Bowler of Duquesne St. Mark will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Cecilia Roberts Thomas, also known as Mother James and Miss Cecile, of Boca St. George, who resided at Beaulieu and in the USA, transitioned in the USA on Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022, at the age of 101. The funeral arrangements for the late Cecilia Roberts Thomas, also known as Mother James and Miss Cecile of Boca St. George, who resided at Beaulieu and in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, passed away on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, passed away on Saturday, 29th January at the age of 72. The funeral of the late Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.